Yame. Permanent secretaries have secluded themselves in Kanilai to review the page implementation scorecard. Ivory Coast, Ghana and Liberia have pledged their resolve to nip the recent cross-border raids allegedly carried out by Gbagbo loyalists in the board. And Egypt's High Constitutional Court has ruled that the country's recently elected parliament be dissolved. You are reminded that you can also follow those stories and other GRTS programs live on our website at www.grts.gm. There you can also monitor GRTS Radio Live. That brings us to the end of this edition of the news. Thanks for the pleasure of your company. Enjoy the rest of our programs.
Hello and a warm welcome to Sports Tonight. I am Momo Jallo. Coming up in the next half hour, Gambia's young football sensation Aliou Dabo is disappointed after being left out of the Gambia squad, and he is uncertain about his future with the national team. Sports Tonight had a chat with the 19-year-old who is about to make history by becoming the first Gambian to play in the English Premier League. Also coming ahead, the 2012 GFA League season to be decided on the final day of the season. The Gambia's dismal away form continues as the Scorpions suffered yet another defeat on their travels, losing 2-1 against the Taifa Stars of Tanzania in the second game of the 2014 World Cup qualifiers. The East Africans came from behind to score 2 second-half goals, collecting all 3 points. Modisi's 6-minute opener seemed to set the Scorpions on track to registering their first away win in as many years. But it was not until midway into the second period when Tanzania equalized and scored again from the penalty spot to win the game. The defeat has left the Gambia rock bottom in the group with only 1 point from 2 games. Favourites Ivory Coast topped the group with 4 points, followed by the surprise packages Tanzania with 3 points, and then Morocco with 2 points. The Scorpions now turn their attention to the 2013 African Cup of Nations qualifiers and face another very difficult away trip to Algeria, where they must overturn a 2-1 deficit against the Desert Foxes. Luciano Mancini's side will play the Algerians on Friday. Well, one person who will not play a part in the Algeria-Gambia game is Aliou Dabo. The teenage sensation who was invited to play for his country was surprisingly left out of the squad that traveled to Tanzania and Algeria. In fact, Ali was reportedly dropped on the way to the airport. The decision to drop him from the squad surprised many and sparked a lot of controversy amongst fans. Well, Sports Tonight caught up with the 19-year-old who has just signed a 3-year contract with the Premier League side Wigan Athletics shortly before he left the country for England to shed light on the drama surrounding his omission from his 23-man squad and his future with the national team. Welcome to Sports Tonight.
Thank you, thank you.
Good. Well, Ali, we have so many things to talk about, but we will start with the burning issue that is making the headlines in the country. That is your surprising omission from the Gambia squad that is supposed to face Tanzania. You were invited to come and play for the Gambia, to help Gambia qualify for the 2014 World Cup in Brazil and the 2013 African Cup in South Africa. You were part of the team, the 18-man squad against Morocco, but you did not play a part in that game. Then you were also included in the 13-man squad, the 23-man squad to face Tanzania in Dar es Salaam. But all of a sudden, Ali was dropped. Why were you dropped?
I think it all started before the game against Morocco. 3 days before the game, I got a foot injury. Some players were injured as well, 2 or 3 players. So, but they played, and during the match, I thought I was going to play because I was fit to play because the doctor said I was fit to take part of the game, and then I didn't play, and then before the game against Morocco, I was assured before I came that. Because I had some disappointments with the under 20, and Bono assured me that as long as he's the head coach, I will have an important role in the national team. So when I didn't play, of course it's a disappointment. So after the game, I talked to Bono. I texted him. I said, I don't know why I did not play. It was disappointing because many of the supporters also came to the stadium to see me play because they haven't seen me for a long time. And like rumors saying that I was signed by Wigan, and you know, so many people were expecting me to play. So for me to not play was disappointing. So I told Bono I was disappointed, and he said that text message I sent him, he wasn't happy with that. So to the game against Tanzania, the day before departure, Tuesday night, the 3 coaches called me to their room and they said, Ali, we want to talk to you. And I said, okay, no problem. I went down and they said...
Who are those 3 coaches?
Lame Sambu, LS, Luciano Mancini, who is now the head coach, and Bono Johnson. Bono Johnson did not talk, he was just apart. So LS called me and he said, Ali, these are the words of Mancini.
In the presence of Mancini.
Exactly. And he said, but Mancini can't speak English. But he said, Mancini said, we don't like your attitude, and your attitude in training, we are not happy with it. We are 23 players, and we are going with 22 to Tanzania. So before he said that, I did not listen anymore. I took my luggage and I said, anyway, I'm going home if this is the case, because I don't want to hear anymore. So I went to our team administrator, Moduso. I told him, can you book a ticket for me to go to Sweden before my pre-season starts in England? And he said, okay, no, you are going to stay, you are not leaving, you are going to Tanzania. I said, no problem. I went up, I wanted to go anywhere, I packed my things. All the players said, if you are leaving, we're all living together. Tijan Jade and some other players talked to Bono. My uncle came, he talked to Bono. He said, no, everything is okay, Ali is going to Tanzania. I said, okay, no problem. The next day, we had a meeting with the PS and everything. So in our bus on our way to the airport, everybody was paid. We were getting paid by our allowance, yeah. And they said, Ali, you are not in the squad, because your name is not here for the allowance. So and we have not booked your ticket because you said you wanted to go home. But I said, but you said everything is fine, I'm going. When I went down to pack my luggage, the coach did not make any reaction. Like, they wanted me to go. And it's like they wanted me to say, Aliu, you have to go home. Like, that's what their reaction was when they invited me to their room. That's what I felt like. They wanted me to say, I want to go home. So when I said this, they used this against me. Like, maybe I don't know if they don't want me in their trip. I don't know what I've done, but it's football, so it's okay. So
you're telling me, was it at the airport that they told you that...
No, it was in the bus on our way to the airport.
On the way to the bus? Yeah. Okay. So in the bus, you were told that your name is not in the 23-man squad. So what did you do?
I just went down. I said, if that's the case, I'm taking my things and I'm going home. And the coach, like, it's like they wanted me to go because they didn't make any reactions. And after that night, some players went to Mancini and asked Mancini, is it true that Aliu, you said this? Mancini said these are not his words. So that's why I'm a little bit confused. Is it Mancini who doesn't want me here? Is it LS? Is it Bono? I don't know. But it's okay.
Like you said, when LS came to you and they said they don't like your attitude, what has been your attitude in the camp?
Oh, me, I'm friendly to everybody. I just do my training and then I sit in my room. And my roommate was Usman Koli, so I don't talk to the coaches because for me, what I'm used to is just train business. That's training is the business. Then you go to your camp, then you relax for the coming training. So I don't have that intimate contact with the coaches. So I don't know, but yeah.
But you feel that you haven't done anything wrong.
No, exactly.
Why that should warrant them to ask you from the team.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe the text message I sent to Bono, I don't know. Maybe he got angry from it. As I said, I was disappointed that I did not play. Maybe, I don't know, but I didn't feel that I did anything wrong.
Yeah. So it's like you still confused as to why they decided to do that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So when you stopped the bus at that point, I know that you don't know Gambia very much. How did you manage to find your way back home again?
No, I called my uncle and took a taxi and I went home. Yeah.
So at that moment, when you were told in the bus that you are not part of the 23-man squad, obviously I know that you must be very disappointed. How does it feel at that moment?
You know, the funny thing is that they were saying that Aliu said he wanted to go home. How come I've traveled all the way from England to Gambia and say I don't want to play? It doesn't make sense unless someone makes me to